Hi, I'm Tasha with Pathways to Peace Counseling, and I wanted to tell you about a new game. This one is called The Battle in My Brain. And this is one that I've really been thinking about for a long time. I like the analogy of the old school cartoons where you had like a little demon on this shoulder and an angel on this shoulder, and this one saying, "Hey, go do this awful thing," and this one saying, "No, don't do it. That's a bad idea." And so it's such a perfect picture of the war that goes on in people's minds of temptation and negative thoughts that pop in the mind, and then the good voice saying, "No, don't chase after those things. It's not worth it." So I mean, it's like a perfect example of the id, the ego, and the superego from Freudian type work. So um my holdup on getting this game ready was having the art ready. And so my daughter worked really hard, and didn't she do a fantastic job making the art for this? I was really happy with what she did. So originally my idea was to do like a shoots and ladders type game, but it did not look good. I was not pulling it off well at all. So here's the game board. It's a little bit simple and basic. So what you'll do is start down here, and then you'll go around the board and end up here. And with each space, you'll grab a card. And so here's the card backs. They're all the same. And then here's the different ones. So this kind of alludes to depression, dealing with the darkness going on. So it's talking about reaching out for support, recognizing that there's cycles, that just because you're going through a really dark spot now doesn't mean that you'll always be in a dark spot. So, and this could be helpful for kind of identifying what's really going on, because a lot of people struggle with depression and they don't want to talk about it. They don't want people to know what's really going on inside, and this might kind of provoke somebody to admit it if you think that they might be struggling with depression. Tough decisions. So we make bad decisions sometimes if we're in a tight spot, especially if it's something where you feel like you can't make a good decision either way. And so these really kind of push the kids to think about what it would be like to go in and ask for advice from an adult, to seek out some counsel with difficult decisions so that they don't get themselves into a heap of trouble. And then guilty conscience. We all mess up. We all make a bad mistake here and there. And so this is kind of helping kids work through some of those guilty feelings that they have for past decisions that they've made. And then, like this one, does making a bad choice make you a bad person? There's a big difference between messing up and making a bad choice and actually being bad, like having an evil heart. So this will help them work through some of those feelings. Peaceful heart. There's a peacefulness that comes whenever you know that you're doing right. And so these questions go along with that. Good vibes. What is it like whenever you bring joy to other people? What is your day like whenever you're just choosing to focus on the positive? You're rocking along, and things are going well. Temptation. What do you do whenever that bad voice is speaking in your mind saying, let's do these horrible things? And sometimes it's not even that big of a deal. I mean, sometimes it's, why don't you go eat another cookie, even though you probably shouldn't, that you're trying to stick to a healthy eating plan. So of course some temptations are big and some are quite small, but making those good choices in the little things will help you make good choices in the big things. So angry thoughts. So what do you do whenever you get angry, and how do you keep yourself from getting in trouble? That's what these cards are all about. And then the danger ones is like panic. What do you do whenever panic takes over and you have a knee jerk reaction and you make these decisions because you feel like you're in a tight spot instead of really thinking through and making good choices? So that's what this game is all about. And thanks much to my little girl Jaden for creating all the art for this. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope that it really meets the needs of kids. And this one is definitely aimed more towards the older ones. I believe I put on here grades 3 through 12, because the little biddies, this is going to be over their head. But this will definitely be a good one. And I think it's a little bit more appealing to the older crowd too. So enjoy, and I hope it gets the work done for you. Thanks.